cold it is in here. Can you see that? I can see my own breath in here. Anyway, I finally got up in a nice warm shower. I've had the longest day ever. I did stop by the store on my way home from the train station from my last pass, and I got some spinach, some bananas, medallion for my champion ping pong player, but he doesn't know it yet. I'm going to surprise him next week. And some Play-Doh. So we can make shapes. You know, square, make a square, make a circle, make a triangle. Anyway, there's a couple of comments that I wanted to say regarding my interview with Vince Russo. And the first one is that, you know, I always have like a 2-second delayed reaction. Like, the more I started thinking about it, the more it really perturbed me, because when he said he doesn't want his 8-year-old kid looking me up on the internet because of you know what. You know how the whole you know what thing started? When X-Pac showed up at my doorstep miraculously, like he was the only one that quit the company because he couldn't take what was happening to me. It was killing him inside. No, he was at my doorstep and he was reporting back to the WWE my every single move. In the meantime, because of his drug abuse and his behavior, it was completely destroying me. I mean, there's only so much you can take, you know? And I was very vulnerable at that time. And still, that's how Vince works. We all know how this is how he works and how that company works, okay? So that's not so unbelievable to believe this conspiracy theory, because that's what was happening. And, you know, that made me feel even more like stupid, just like dumb, for like believing that, you know, Sean had left his wife and he couldn't stand what was happening to me, and that he would leave his clique buddies and come and save the day. I was stupid, but, you know, I don't think that way. I don't have those manipulative thoughts, right? You know, and I was in a really lonely and vulnerable situation, and they knew it, and they know how to work people. They spent years doing it. They know all the tricks, and they're, you know, how to destroy people's lives. I don't, because, you know, I'm just not that kind of person. I just don't work that way. And, you know, you don't think that they knew that Sean was doing his sex tape in the first place? Or that they would let that happen? That he went to another country to do this? You know, the whole time he was reporting back to the WWE, and it makes me, you know, there's only so much one person can take. Of course I was going to snap, and of course, you know, I'm so glad I came over here, and, you know, I know now that, you know, you need to have good people around you, because, you know, I'm a strong lady, and I've taken a lot. I've taken their best. They've given me their best, and this is not a challenge, because I have just gone about my business, and they still continue to, you know, try to make themselves look good, or I don't know what it is. I don't know what their problem is, but it bothers me, and I felt like I wanted to have my say about the whole pornography thing. And at least when I did it, you know, when somebody else that I was dating called Stephen Hirsch and said, oh, I can get her in a film, I can tape her too, you know. And I had already tried to sue for his tape, but by the time I was ready mentally to do that, the statute of limitations had passed and I couldn't sue. So it was too late anyway. It was out there. So I thought, well, you know, then I get a call from Stephen Hirsch saying, oh, I'm returning your phone call. And I'm like, what? I didn't call you. And he said, well, are you interested in coming in to talking to me? And I said, if you can help me, you know, maybe erase or undo, you know, something that's already been done that made me want to literally kill myself over. And while, you know, the WWE and, you know, the whole clique and Vince and everybody stood by and watched, you know, and that just, it hurts me because I had to stay in silence that whole time by myself alone. And it mentally broke me. And, you know, I still know that I need to have a really good team around me for the next step. And I'm aware of my mental vulnerability and how it needs to be handled. And it's something that I can't do by myself. But I just wanted to thank Vince Russo for the interview. And especially here while I've been sick, I want to thank all the ladies and from church and that have been bringing me soup and watching over me and helping me. And I'm so grateful for that. And all the fans out there, you know, it's like so hard to live like on the opposite side of the world and do business 24/7, because when I'm up, you guys are asleep, and when you guys are asleep, I have to be up. So it's hard for me to, you know, get enough sleep. And, you know, when I'm here, I have to do my classes, and I'm trying to run around and find classes and Japanese directions and communicate, and it's cold, and it's like, you know, I'm doing my own due. It's like a hard enough struggle here for me to handle. So I really need people to handle that for me, and I think that's starting to happen, but it's just, you know, so time will tell here shortly. In the meantime, I'd also like to thank my wonderful friend Jack, who came over and just took me out in the town like a princess, and we had a great time, and it was so great just to, like, see a friend and just, like, have a good time and, you know, feel loved and appreciated in person. It was really, really nice. So, with that being said, I know I'm rambling on, and finally ate some soup here. I have to, like, get some stuff in my body so I can stay healthy. And anyway, I love you guys. I just want to say that. And yeah, so I figured, okay, I'm just going to go with the top pornography company in the world and do some good movies and get it over with. And then everybody would stop trying to tape me and sell it for money and take advantage of me, or, you know, but this would go on and on and on forever. So why don't I just do it and put it out there and go big or go home? It's done. We did it. Okay? Everybody happy? You want porn? You got your porn. Now what? So that was one line of thinking. And it worked because, you know, now I don't think anybody's going to do that to me anymore. I mean, it's not going to be, you know, anything like Vivid. So, you know, and there's a lot of people, there's just as many people that watch porn as there are that watch wrestling or more, believe me. So, you know, hey, you know, I'm well-rounded for the movie screen at this point, or whatever's next on the agenda.